You go ahead and say it now.
You in the grill pit, bitch.
One time, like this. For those who hop in and make your one nigga straight loony after taking one puff.
This is SAF, your prison lawyer, SAF, your prison lawyer, SAF,
You're in the motherfucking grill pit.
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a bird.
Dope fiend.
You're in the motherfucking grill pit.
You're in a grill pit.
You're in a motherfucking grill pit.
This is SAF Mo, your prison lawyer. And I'm gonna give it to you raw. Or I ain't gonna give it to you at all. On IGSTS. On GP. You feel me?
What do you got to say about SAF Mo saying white MFers?
I don't give a fuck what anybody says because it's America and you should be able to do and say what the fuck you want. God bless America. God bless America.
A man who was accepted as a god in Europe long before the birth of Christ, accepted quite a few Africans as deities. Imhotep, this great African who was the world's first multi-genius.
This is SAF Mo, your prison lawyer. I want to welcome you to the grill pit. Thank you, doctor, for that introduction. I couldn't have said it any better myself. And
what I want to start it off with, this is I Got Something to Say. You're in the grill pit. This is SAF Mo, the prison lawyer. My man,
Ron be in the middle.
Ron be in the middle. He missing in the middle, but it's all good. And what we're doing is we just Ron B had some fucking watched this Charleston White shit. And I got some shit that I've been watching too, so we're just gonna react to a couple of different things. But before you hit that, let me just do about lawyers. They said lawyers should never ask a Georgia grandma a question if they weren't prepared for the answer. So this grandmother is a picture of this grandmother sitting in the little, she's not in the onesies, but she's in that little scrub uniform they put us in. But she's sitting in court. So this is how it goes. It goes, in trial, a southern small town prosecuting attorney called his first witness a grandmother. Now she doesn't seem like she's a witness. It seems like she's actually part of the crime because she's in a onesie, but whatever. He approached her and asked her, Miss Jones, do you know me? She responded, why, yes, I know you, Mr. Williams. I've known you since you were a boy, and frankly, you've been a big disappointment to me. You lie, you cheat on your wife, and you manipulate people and talk about them behind their backs. You think you're a big shot when you haven't the brains to realize you've never amounted to anything more than a 2-bit paper pusher. Yes, I know you. So the lawyer was stunned. So he turns to the defense attorney and say, do you know Mr. Jones, the defense attorney? He says again, yeah, why, yes, I do. I've known Mr. Bradley since he was a youngster too. He's lazy, a bigot, and he has a drinking problem. He can't build a normal relationship with anyone, and his law practice is one of the worst in the entire state. This is a lady saying this to these individuals, the prosecutor and the defense. So here's a picture of her right here. I'm gonna put the picture up so y'all can check out the picture of the lady. The picture of her. My camera right here. The lady, picture of the lady. This supposedly happened. And I was just tripped out because like everybody talks about my little beef I have with these lawyers. And I'm SAF Mo, your prison lawyer. These beef what I got with these lawyers, and it's just like that. You know, they want to present themselves as like somehow they're above board, or they're acting in a great defense and they're doing this and doing that. But really, that's why I said about the same Kim Potter situation, offender Potter situation. Like they want to present them to us in their office, in who they are, you know, in their business, in their official capacity, right? But you know, when you really know those individuals are, they no different than you and I. The fact of the matter is it's, and I use this in the Young Thug situation. I use this in the rkelly situation. Different than the Kim Potter situation. That they try us on our behavior. They try them on their in their color of law, their suits. You know what I'm saying? So she doesn't get charged as Kim Potter, the racist bigot that she allegedly might be. We don't know that, right? Because it's never becomes part of the conversation. Mm-hmm. But that's what I got to say about that. That's why I brought that up. Thought it was crazy that they had that the lady said that about the prosecutor and the defense attorney when asked, do you know them? So you're in the grill pit.
You're in the motherfucking grill pit.
You're in the grill pit, bitch.
You're in the grill pit. This is SAF MOE, the prison lawyer, with my man
Ron B in the middle.
Just kicking the bobo. It's got this. We just reacting to a bunch of shit that we've been going through this week. You know, just like a bunch of stuff that we've been seeing on TV, YouTube, on every. I mean, it's called, like I said, even on Facebook. We're going to try to start something where we can just keep these current affairs current and react to them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Well, they're not relatively current, but whatever. But you said you had this little Charleston White.
Yeah, I want you to respond to Mr. Charleston White.
But you
listen.
Listen. You know, I called you a few times, but I do want to speak on, you know, the fallout. You know, I mentioned your name a few times in a few interviews. Crip Max, Sauce Walker, Ben Man.
I had beef with this dude at one time.
And you didn't like that.
No, I ain't like that. Me and these niggas and I already had words before. I felt like, so you know, to bring it back up. Yeah, I felt like, you know, it make good content for your channel, but also keeps the drama lingering. But then on top of that, I'm saying, man, this nigga ain't answering the phone. But by then, I done already got the desired outcome that I needed. Why this nigga ain't answering the phone? Yeah, I already got it. You didn't tell it to me, but I got it off internet. So shit, nigga, that's all I needed. Nigga, why you ain't answering the goddamn phone, nigga? So, yeah, I got my desired outcome. Yeah,
the dude that's interviewing him.
Yeah, we ain't mad no more.
The dude that's interviewing him, he had beef with him because the dude brought up some stuff like with, what's the dude from Chicago, the rapper from Chicago? They got beef with Charleston White. And other people that got beef with Charleston White. Lil Durk. And Charleston White, he spoke on that before. So, what this dude does, this dude don't say cheese, he says things about Charleston White and Lil Durk to keep the drama going.
Right.
And Charleston White right now is talking about how he don't like what he had to say about him to keep the drama going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, they still remain friends and still remain associates throughout it all. You hear?
I don't know why this nigga ain't answering the phone. And he over here doing interviews. Obviously, he thinking about me. He bringing me up. Nigga, talk to me. Yeah, tell me where I'm going wrong with it. I ain't supposed to be. Yeah, no, nigga. So don't leave me stuck like this.
But this ain't the gist of what I want to talk about. I'm gonna get to the other. I want to get to the other stuff where he talk about King Von, Lil Durk.
Get there.
I got it.
People ain't got time to listen to this fool.
But no, nigga.
Apparently they do. Cause I mean, he gets.
Now, I interviewed Ben McCabo, I interviewed Crip Mac, I interviewed Sauce Walker. Now, with Ben McCabo, he pulled out $300,000. Sauce Walker got to talking, you know, doing this Sauce Walker talk. Did any of that trigger you personally from what they said, or was it me?
No. I know what y'all. I know you real savvy. You know, in your interviews.
No, just watching you grow, you know, seeing you on 85 South, seeing you on the show with DC Young Fly, and how you just broke it down. I was still watching those interviews. I'm still a fan. You know, I was still looking from afar, watching you grow, although we weren't talking.
Let me just say this. Even though we wasn't talking, you never stopped answering my calls. If I called and I was passing the ball for somebody, you still took the call. Even if I was just making a connection with somebody else like Heartbeat, you still took the call, homie. So that's what real niggas do. Men, they have disagreements, but they don't fall out. We had a disagreement, we didn't fall out. I never got disrespectful, you never got disrespectful. So disagreement happen, but men don't fall out. They don't fall out, but they sever relationships, and we ain't tried to hurt or kill one another or fuck each other out no money.
Now let's get straight to the big news. The big news is Young Thug and Gunna. They're indicted on some RICO charges. When you see that, when you first saw that, what went to your mind?
Good for the DA.
Yeah, stop this shit.
Yeah, good for that district.
Yeah, so what you think about that? At first, when I hear him say that, I think he on some bullshit. I want to stop watching it. But then as he goes on, I'm like, he right. He's saying shit that other people want to say that they scared to say because they worried about what somebody else gonna think about what they say.
What about that? Ain't that Willie Lynch shit? The shit that he's saying, he would not be Willie Lynch shit.
It's part of it.
No,
However, at some point we gotta hold each other accountable.
Yeah, but it's not. But the problem with it is he's a lying hypocrite, right? He starts off saying one thing, like, oh, we're supposed to be man, business, blah, 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 blah. And then he turns around, with this young brother, Jeffrey Williams, who's going through a situation, and be like, yeah, they deserve to be locked up. Okay, well stop it. Hold on, wait a minute. You convicted him before he even's convicted.
Let me ask you a question. Me and you, we hang together every day. I know, or you know, that I'm ordering hits on niggas. I'm selling dope out here. I'm supporting the drug selling on these corners and stuff like that. You know this. At what point do you hold me accountable, or at what point do you say, I'm gonna be a part of this and I'm gonna just keep supporting it?
Well, yeah, with that scenario that you bringing up, you making it different, right? You making it me see you. This dude, what did he see? He's a Jehovah's Witness. He ain't seen shit.
He ain't seen nothing.
He ain't seen shit. He's a Jehovah's Witness. He ain't never seen Jehovah. But he a witness to what? Shit, nothing.
Keep listening.
No. Let me answer your question. So you asking me if I'm out there, that if you my guy, then so I'm gonna follow you thick and thin, right? Even though I know we kicking it, having a good time, you taking me out, I'm riding in your car, you let me ride your car, we doing everything together. Mm-hmm. So I'm benefiting from the money too. Mm-hmm. So
that's where the conspiracy come in.
That's where I'm glad you said that, because that's how they build the case, right? Because they really want to get to me, but they really want to get to you, but they can't get to you, but they want to get to me through you. So they target the weak.
They want to get to me through you.
The weakest link.
Yeah.
Which I am, because I'm not in the game. Yeah. But you my guy. Yeah. I'm doing the right thing. I'm riding, I'm kicking it, I'm riding in your car, I'm kicking it, I'm fucking the bitches, all types of shit. Mm-hmm. But just because we're buddies, not because I'm in the game. I'm benefiting from it. But I'm a weak link because I go to work every day, I'm a square ass motherfucker. Mm-hmm. I'm square. Mm-hmm. So there's a couple different ways you could walk into that conversation. Right. First of all, you can look at it from my perspective and say, why are you hanging with him? He your buddy. You should know that he's wrong, but he's my buddy. I'm a kid.
But we grew up together.
No, I'm saying
we grew up together.
I'm saying that.
And I grew into this. I'm
telling you
this leadership role and stuff like that.
I have buddies like this. So it's a real story for me.
Right.
It's a real story. real. This is real shit.
Right.
I actually went through.
I know.
Grew up with. So
trust me, I know.
So when you say it, it's like from the white. You know, he's played alfalfa. The Bruce Rivers alfalfa. CRL criminal lawyer response would be based on the way they criminalize individuals for me to break my ties with you.
So what are you supposed to do if the cops don't arrest me? I'm the criminal. I'm the one doing all the dirt. And you just a ride along.
Yeah.
But the cops come and arrest you and say, if you don't tell me what Ron doing, we're gonna take you to jail for everything that he doing.
And what
you supposed to do?
I'm getting to that.
Well, let's get to it.
Because it takes some qualifications. Because
I ain't saying you supposed to snitch. I'm just saying what are you supposed to do?
I'm getting to it because it's because you got to deal with the friendship first of all. Because a lot of friendship comes about when motherfuckers just get on and he start just grabbing folks.
So you saying you supposed to go do time for me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's the name of the game. That's how I grew up. Because I have a choice. I don't have to fuck with you. I could be like, you know what? I could be like, nah, you my guy and everything like that. But I'm a family man now. I'm a family man. We can go. I can meet you up at the bar. We can have a drink together.
So it's the old saying: you play with a puppy, he gonna lick you in the mouth.
Well, yeah. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. Maybe as becoming young, I really want to be around that life and kick it with you. But I don't understand the repercussions of my behavior. You know, but I want to start it from my perspective. The reason I say I wanted to break it down because I want to start from my perspective. As me and you being homies, growing up in the streets, really don't know what's going on. I have a choice. I decide to kick it with you. Yeah, and when if they come get all of us because I'm with you, because that's what a RICO Act is.
Right.
They're gonna pick up everybody.
Right.
Even because me and you've been talking on the phone. I might be driving your car with the work in it. I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I didn't get no fuck. You go down with the ship, right? You being my homie, you might be like, hey, you ain't part of it, whatever. You might not get no fuck. Old school, flip it now. I'm the guy in the game. Mm-hmm. You my buddy. Mm-hmm. You know how the game is played. See, I'm from the old school. I was down. You know, this SAF MOE, I was down. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I did a lot on the streets. You know, so when you came up in the streets back when I was coming up. The OG will tell you, first and foremost, you're not riding with me if you ain't part of this. Fuck homie or not. Mm-hmm. You're not in my car. You're not, because it's not so much he cared about you, but he understood the repercussions of the game. Understood you wasn't built for this. So you ain't getting in the car with me. You know what I'm saying? If you got in the car with me, then you knew what time it was, and you was going down with the shit. It wasn't this homie shit. It wasn't this, my homie selling dope and I'm riding with. It was never that. We was all in the same game. We was all the same crew.
But it ain't old school no more though.
No, I'm just flipping. But I am. So I would never bring a motherfucker.
No, you would.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I would never bring a motherfucker.
These young thug motherfuckers.
Because they not caught from the same cloth, baby. Exactly. This is motherfucking SAF MOE. They ain't caught with Ron A and Ron B. This ain't that. This ain't 1993. This is 1989. When the motherfucker, my uncle and them be like, motherfucker, take your goofy ass to school, man. Mm-hmm. Fuck you doing on this goddamn block? They giving you shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Go run track. Go play football.
Yeah.
Fuck up out of here.
They're gonna buy you all the basketballs you need, all the clothes you need, the shoes you need to play basketball, and stuff like that.
Out of here, man.
Yeah.
So,
get off this block.
That's why I say it's a duality. It's a flip. It's a like I say right nowadays, motherfuckers just jumping in cars with cats, jumping on their bikes, trying to live with them, kicking with them, and live off of that. And that's the problem.
But hold on.
That's the problem.
Hold on. Keep listening. Hold on.
SAF MOE reacting to this bullshit. Got me watching this shit.
Rappers to make an example out of, as well as set a precedent going forward.
Who the fuck is this dude? Fuck is he? This goofy talking. What the fuck up?
And change the lyrics. Because what done happened in the rap industry, homie, is these lyrics are real life situations.
No, they're not.
These lyrics
you stop
are
right
real
here,
life.
No, let's stop right here.
Wait,
hold on. You can't let him talk. Or he can't have the mic. This ain't his show. He ain't on this platform. Fuck that shit, man. I want to. I want to listen to him.
We bringing what we do in real life and push it on the track as if that's
not true. That's not true at all. Pimp C, if he's a fan of Pimp C said the best way. These motherfuckers is nothing but Clowns. They see something. If anything, so this is how I see the rap industry. This is how I see it. This is SAF Mo react to this bullshit. I see it as a motherfucker go out. He's a square ass lame. He might have been around in the game. He might have smoked some weed. He might have bought some weed. He might have sold an ounce or two. Eighth, some shit like that. Been in the game enough to know the lingo and being around it. So most of these cats are nowadays. You know what I'm saying? No heavy work, nothing doing, but they've been around enough to put it in their lyrics or sing about it or be smart enough to produce a song or whatever. Small scale, not big scale. We're not talking about Jeezy and them coming up. We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, coming up.
I get what you're saying.
Okay,
what you're saying is like, okay, like people tell jailhouse stories all the time. You might have just went on a ride one time on a dope run to get some dope, and you telling people these lies in jail, talking about some, yeah, I used to go do this all the time. We ran from Chicago to New York, to this, that. Yeah, you telling somebody else's story. Yeah, you was just a ride along. Yeah, you rode along one time.
Yeah, you might, like I said, your uncle and them might have been the dudes. Exactly. You know, you heard it around the table because you was a young peewee. But you bought to, you know, so what happened now? So all the time I've been on the outside looking in. Seeing gangs, I was never a gang member, but I was around Bloods. All right, so I get my little paper now.
I can relate.
Now I get my paper, I can afford to buy bales of dope and all this guns with fans and all this shit I've been rapping about. I can afford to buy it now. So now I'm buying it now. So now it appears that I am a kingpin, and I have all the makes and models of it. The only thing I can say if it's walk like a duck, talk like a duck, it is a duck. And that's where they're missing it. Because what they do and what people not talking about is they allow them to play these parts, right? I'm going to let you play that part. I'm going to let you want to go to work and you want to be a maintenance supervisor, you can play that part. But you got to understand that you're responsible for those consequences.
If it don't get fixed right.
That's the problem with it. Now they trying to play the part of these, like even Rick Ross, right? Ain't nobody talking about Rick Ross?
Well, they did. They did when he first came out.
No, I'm saying
they talked about him being a correctional officer and stuff.
But not like even that. Taking somebody's name that was in the game, who set the name and put the But now all of a sudden, 10, 15 years later, you the boss.
Right.
You Ricky Ross.
After you was a correctional officer and all that.
You have no roots. Why ain't they arresting him? Remember, he got 100 bricks from the man.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? Why ain't they going after those lyrics? Why you gonna go pick one? Like I said, well, he can say, well, they starting the ball rolling, right? They're gonna pull this dude out and put this weak case against him, and everybody gonna stand back. I like that, but you should be playing that Bootsy shit. That's what you should be playing for me, the Bootsy. You should be playing Bootsy, goddammit. Hold on. That's what you should be playing because that's what SAF Mo is at.
Hold on.
Got this clown.
As if that's cool.
Watch this.
I think about Jay-Z. I think about all those high-level rappers that wanted to go to our government and ask our government to ban
he got a government?
prosecutors in the state from using rap lyrics to be able to prosecute rappers.
He got a government.
And I think that's the greatest harm. If came to pass, that would probably be one of the greatest harms done.
Did you hear what he just said?
Yeah, I heard that.
Watch this.
I heard it already.
And I think that's the greatest harm.
Yeah, I mean, to a Negro in America, an exceptional Negro at that, it would be the greatest harm to have individuals. Individuals that you dislike. So I go back to the Willie Lynch scenario. This dude is indoctrinated with Willie Lynch. He hates another black person because he's more successful than he is. He hates another black person because he's younger. He hates a lot of black person.
But what do you think about the government?
He's fucking.
My question is, I ain't worried about Charleston White. Fuck Charleston White. I'm just worried about what he's talking about. What he said that it would be the greatest harm if they took away, the government's right to use my rap lyrics or your rap lyrics against us in court.
And I believe in his mind that makes sense. I believe he speaks the truth because because he is the worst thing that ever happened to black folks. Individuals like him. But you got a whole country of these Negroes running around here. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be someone who's acting like they're Republican for the benefit of the Republicans, to spout off bullshit against other black
And
individuals.
I agree with you. It's another part of the Willie Lynch theory.
It is the Willie Lynch theory. It is the Willie Lynch theory in full function.
At its finest.
Yeah, in full function. And he's aware of it, and he benefits from it. See, the problem with this individual, like all these white, like I even go, like I said, I go against Alfalfa, and when he comes out, he's got this, you know, I'm a defense attorney, you know, I actually have a career. It's like, okay, so you telling me you're with Charleston White, okay? So you telling me because he's a usher in hell, not the devil, he's absolute from sin. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. It's the same thing. He's part and parcel to the problem. But the reason they got this Negro on TV, the reason why we can't get people watching us, and why ain't you watching us? The reason people ain't watching us, and the reason they watching him is because he's putting a message out. That's what they want to hear. It's their fault. They should not be rapping out their lifestyle. You haven't shown me one incident where these dudes rapped out their lifestyle. Even if right now we start talking about a car crash, I'm gonna kill somebody in a car crash, we gonna get in a car crash. Now you're gonna use that against me and say it was intentional when it was an accident?
The way I see it is us as black people, we find a way out of the ghetto. Be it rapping, football, basketball, singing, or selling dope. Everybody has their own avenue where they find their way out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So don't condemn me for what I'm rapping about. Don't condemn me for the way I play sports or this and that, Don't condemn me for that shit. This is my avenue. This is my way. This is the path that's been laid out for me because of the way slavery has directed me to be.
Yeah, but what the situation is that the way out is all, first of all, foremost, is provided by some white individual, whether it be sports, you know, you can all these sports individuals' lives, there's some white individuals that were around them to allow them to get to the next platform, or somebody who checked him off and said he was, because you've seen it with Iverson. If you don't believe about sports, you saw with Iverson how they tried to keep him out of the NBA because he had questionable issues.
Yeah, he got arrested for a gun charge.
Especially when he got into the altercation at the bowling alley with, you know, the racist shit. You know, he wasn't that good Negro that they want, right? Same with the music industry. For the longest, they wanted good Negroes. Pop music has always been about good Negroes. You know, that could sing, that was presentable, the whole Motown sound was about that. If you ever study music history, you understand why Motown was so different than any other brand.
It started with the Sandman, the tap dancing and all that shit.
I'm saying Motown music was placated for white America, and that's what everybody you've seen that came out from Motown, they was cookie cut. They was cookie cut it because they wanted them to present to popular music. They wanted them to be exceptional individuals, exceptional Negroes. Even the music was this fun-loving, go-happy Negro music, right? Anything that was really, like Marvin Gaye had a problem with Motown when he was going to release What's Going On. Because Motown didn't want to release that record because it was too revolutionary. It was too political. Motown has never been political, never been revolutionary. It's always been popular black soul music. We're happy to be in America. We're Charleston Whites of America, and that's Motown's history.
Hold on, listen a little bit more. Hold on.
The alcohol they drink, the cars they drive,
I want you to
the
say that
crimes they
shit.
commit, the drugs they sell.
I can't get that up on the screen because it's a TikTok video.
Or the drums.
You can do it.
I can do it on my phone.
You can download it and bring it up on your email. I just did it.
You hear everybody?
Yeah, you just gotta download it. Go to TikTok, download it.
I can do it like this.
Yeah.
What I seem to notice is,
yeah.
Check this out, y'all.
I just don't check it out.
I'm not finished. Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Let me get you. Yeah,
Go ahead. I'm not finished, man. Go ahead. They over-sentenced this man, and I don't like how what all this man has done for music. How the black people is just tearing them down. All this stuff this man has done for music. If this man had done bigger than Michael Jackson, Elvis. If this was Elvis and he got 30 years and the mamas them knew that the daughters were fucking, they'll have 1 million white people out there right now protesting. Re-sentence, they'll have 1 million white people protesting right now.
Right. Elvis,
I'm gonna tell you what my people do to their people.
Elvis married a 14-year-old.
That's exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. How we tear down each other. 30 years is an excessive sentence. Excessive. There are people kill people every day and get less time than that. That man was done wrong. It's a re-sentencing. The mama should be charged.
That's what I said. SAF Mo said that. SAF Mo said that. Before he said it, SAF Mo said that.
Okay, well, they should, you want to give a man 30 years. He wasn't tying him to the bed. He was masterminding bitches. Older niggas do it all the time. Yep. He was masterminding bitches with a lifestyle.
Yep.
He wasn't holding them, tying them up. If you leave a studio for 3 weeks and she stay there and you come back, her mind is gone. You're not even gonna like that. You get her with that nigga.
Yeah, so if you watch the R. Kelly deal, and I can't remember if that's out. I think it is. No, it's not, because we did that with Twin.
Right.
But I did my own little deal against my buddy Alfalfa about him coming down on R. Kelly. Now, so the reason you just hit me with Charleston White, I just told you about Bruce Alfalfa Rivers, and the conversation is R. Kelly deserved his time. Victims. I said, I'm not here to judge victims, because R. Kelly in my mind is a victim in this situation, right? He is a victim. He's been victimized by the system. We've all been victimized by the system. We've all been victimized by the system. The reason you can't say that he hasn't been is because how do you explain Elvis? How do you explain Michael Jackson? How do you explain Bill Cosby? I'm still going on. I'm still listening them out. How do you explain Michael Vick, his situation? How do you explain any individual, again, a Michael Jackson situation, how they utilize this? The same Young Thug. How do you explain Young Thug? The way they utilize this criminal injustice system to first vilify an individual and then give him all the time so he can never regain anything of his legacy.
Let me ask you a question. Do you personally think that R. Kelly did anything wrong?
I don't know what he did. Everything's speculation. I've never been there. I don't know. What is the charges against him? Holding the bitch at the crib? What's it? Pimping? I don't know, because it's
having sex with underage individuals.
Okay, so what's underage?
Under 18.
No, it's not. You're wrong.
Under 18.
Keep going. Let's go. What's
18?
What's 18? What's
under 18?
No, it's not. It's not.
Why?
Keep going. No, why? I'm asking you legally. What's underage?
Okay.
Legally.
Wait. I'm gonna put it to you like this then. If your daughter was 14 years old,
no.
If your daughter, Let me give it to you like this.
Yeah.
If your daughter, you got a daughter, if she had sex with R. Kelly at the age of 14, and R. Kelly's 34, would you agree with that? Would you be okay with that? Huh?
Nope, I wouldn't.
So why should anybody else be okay with that?
I'm asking you. So why you asking?
Why should anybody else be okay with that?
Why are you asking these superficial questions?
What do you mean?
Because
and I know that R. Kelly had sex with underage women, underage kids.
Is he the only person in history ever had sex?
No, he's not. However,
it
don't make it right.
My deal.
No. Because they didn't say nothing about Elvis.
No,
because they didn't say nothing about.
Where are the parents? Because you never go that far. You said my daughter, like where am I at when my daughter's having sex with R. Kelly?
It doesn't matter.
She's 14 years old.
Your daughter is
Like, she's
unaccountable to you at some point in time.
No,
you don't know everything she did.
At 14
You don't
years
know
old, at 14 years old, I know everything. My son, I know. If that motherfucker ain't off the bus and at the house of 305, then I'm on it like, where the fuck were you were? That's what I'm saying. They 14.
I get that
14 years old. Now keep going. My daughter turned 16.
But
17.
where does
I can't. I'm like, okay, I'm still on.
But where does R. Kelly's accountability come in at? You can fault the parents. You can fault the parents.
No,
where does his accountability
He really has none, because in order for me to get that child like Michael Jackson, like they try to give all Michael Jackson.
So you saying it's okay as long as the parents don't care?
No. I'm saying the parents.
What are you saying?
The parents have to allow that child to be with Michael Jackson. The parents have to allow that child to be with R. Kelly.
No.
Because there's no way my 14-year-old daughter is somewhere I don't know. Or she's at a kitty can with R. Kelly. Oh no, wait a minute.
So you saying if the parents allow it, it's okay?
I'm saying I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying
the
parents have to allow it for it to be okay, because if I have a 14-year-old daughter that's missing and I call the police, they're looking for my daughter.
But it's
Last
wrong.
time she was R. Kelly.
But it's wrong.
She was with Elvis.
But it's wrong for me as a 47-year-old man to think that it's okay to have sex with a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, it is.
Okay then. So I have my accountability comes in right there.
That's personal. That's personal.
No, but I'm just saying.
Personal.
I'm just saying.
That's personal.
I'm just saying.
That's
R. Kelly is wrong.
There's only two ways you can get that child. The parents turn them over to you, or you kidnap them. Both of them are a crime.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. How you get to the crime? How do you get to? How do you get a 14-year-old kid?
These kids these days are crafty. They tell their parents they go into their friend's house and they go somewhere else.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So you can't put it on the parents when they do crafty stuff like that.
Because she's not the first time she's done it. And the thing about it is, now I don't know how it is, but it's always been a situation. If my daughter told me she was going to Jessica's house, I'm either taking her to Jessica's house or Jessica's coming to pick her up.
Okay.
Now,
what happened when you? What happened when you take her to Jessica's house and Jessica's parents aren't good parents, and Jessica's parents let your daughter and Jessica leave in the middle of the night
and they go
somewhere else and get with R. Kelly?
Right. So
who do you blame then?
So
you did your part.
No, but I'm gonna blame their parents. I can limitedly blame their, like, you should have been more aware and whatever. But yeah, that in that situation, now we have to back all the way back. Because there's a thing that I believe when I was in prison. Because remember, I'm not with my daughter for over 8.5 years, but I'm with my daughter her first 10 years of her life. Mm-hmm. In the first 10 years of my daughter's life, she was around myself and my son, because my son was a football player. Mm-hmm. So my daughter at the time, she was super young. Mm-hmm. So, and this might not be for most fathers, because most fathers, they've been in the joint. They don't have the fortunate ability or opportunity to be with their children at a younger age. Mm-hmm. So I was able to teach my daughter for the first 10 years a lot of things.
You were.
I was able to, and I was fortunate enough. Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm getting. So now I'm getting to age 14. So my daughter, right now, my daughter is 22 years old. Mm-hmm. And my daughter knows, because at age 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, she understood what her father thinks standards were. So right now, when she walks out that house, she'll sneak out that house, 22 years old, if she has something on that I don't approve of. Because she knows what her father expects of her. Now, 14, she would have to do the same thing, right? She would have to sneak out the house. Mm-hmm. But I'm training her at all the way up. So if she's all the way up. So if she decides to do it, how much blame do I put on my daughter as a juvenile? I'm different. Black folks are different.
I'm not saying
Black folks are different than white folks.
I'm not saying that.
I'm teaching
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. And then you got some Karens out there. You got black Karens. You got white Karens and stuff like that. I agree that some of these girls agreed to do whatever they did with R. Kelly and stuff like that, and they just trying to doing it for the gram and doing it for this, that, blah,
it's a
blah,
whole
blah,
different.
whatever.
But when my daughter was coming up, it was
You know what I'm
totally
saying? They doing
different.
the Me Too
Now it's
movement and all that stuff like that.
It's totally
I
different
agree.
nowadays.
But R. Kelly is wrong.
He is wrong.
He is wrong.
I never said he was wrong. What we always said.
Did he deserve 30 years?
That's what
No,
I'm saying.
he didn't
I'm
deserve
just saying,
30
I know
years.
people who kill motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Kim Potter killed somebody.
Now, he didn't deserve 30 years. He didn't deserve
2
30
years,
years.
1 year,
Yeah.
2 years. She killed somebody, murked him out.
30 years
And
is
walked away
excessive.
in America. And like I said, I'm kind of upset. The same way, it's like people are just allowing this man to go to jail forever. Forever, because you get this white motherfucker, you know, alfalfa.
I like what Boosie said. I like what Boosie said.
Alfalfa on there.
Boosie said,
He's debauchery. He's controlling people.
I just found out today, July 16, 2002. God bless my mama. Happy birthday, mama.
Same with my mom. God bless you.
Our mama's birthday is on the same day.
Mom, appreciate watching the show. My mom, she's one of the only motherfuckers watching the show. My mama.
But
watching, Mom.
But I just found out today on my mama's birthday that Elvis Presley married a 14-year-old girl.
Common.
And I've been knowing about Elvis Presley since I was knee high to a grasshopper.
It's common. And
But
on top of
you
that,
didn't hear about this. You see Elvis Presley get 30 years.
But in America's history, you could marry a 13, 12 years old female for a while. Some of them still had it on the books, probably up into the 70s, that you could marry somebody. So when he married her, it wasn't illegal for him.
Elvis Presley was famous in the 70s and the 80s.
You know, 60s, yeah, But I'm saying
60s, 70s, and 80s.
Yeah, but I'm saying that when he married her, it probably in Tennessee, wherever they got, Memphis, Tennessee, it probably was legal for you to marry a 14-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying?
That's bad.
It's just, so you gotta understand how this country has changed. And what was right before was wrong. Same with prostitution.
Same thing with marijuana.
No, prostitution is the best example. If you watch Westerns, where's everybody at on the Western? In the Western, when you watch Westerns, where's everybody at? Think about it. Last time you seen a Western.
They on a dirt road somewhere.
No, where everybody go drink and kick it.
They down south somewhere. They at the bar.
That bar is a brothel.
Right. It was a whorehouse.
A whorehouse.
Yeah.
It was okay then.
Yeah.
To fuck a whore. For people to make money off prostitution. It was in fact, in American history, where there was ever, like when they were building the West, it was common for these brothels to pop up to keep the men happy. So in this history, in this country, it was okay. It didn't be okay because until black motherfuckers started pimping white broads. Now all of a sudden it's a crime.
He had the white slavery. White
sex
slavery.
trafficking now.
Yeah.
The man law. They went from white slavery to the man law. From the man law to soliciting prostitution, and from that, sex trafficking.
Ron B in the middle. Ron B in the middle says, right is right, wrong is wrong. Even though that they did those things back then, don't make it right.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it right. But I can talk to you like that. Now, how you gonna feel when marijuana becomes legal and you just did all the time for it?
I mean, I did what I did. I mean,
yeah, but
I did it when it was illegal. I did what I did.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, you served all that time for something that now motherfuckers walking around doing it. To me, it's gotta feel some type of way.
I'm not mad.
You gotta feel some type of way.
I'm not mad.
You gotta feel some type of way about it.
I did it when it was illegal, and now it's legal. So what? Big deal. So positivity.
No, there's no positivity.
Big deal.
There's to me, there's no positivity in this situation because, like I told you before, in Quincy, Illinois, young man, last name Clinton, was convicted of a sex crime. Worse than R. Kelly. Raped a girl. Raped her. 14-year-old. Raped her. Got convicted of a crime, and the judge is Judge Adrian. And that's what I wanted to bring up to our guys in IDOC, especially Omar Ashanti. And my man Derek Jordan is I was talking to him about it, and they have a form you can fill out to have a judge brought up on charges. You can fill it out, so he gets investigated. And I know they had a lot of issues with judges being unfair or institutional individuals being fucked. Mainly Derek Jordan, Free Derek Jordan, talking about the judge being unfair, having the same judge on this issue. But the judge was basically suspended because of his actions because he basically said this individual after he was convicted should not go to jail. So he shouldn't go to prison. He's in county jail, did like 180 days in county jail, but he shouldn't go to prison. Now, the funny thing about it,
what was the race of this individual?
Every individual, judge white, female white, 18-year-old kid white.
Okay.
So my deal is, so this is the judicial system working. You did 17 years for weed. This dude raped somebody. R. Kelly's doing 30 years. What doesn't make any sense to me. This is SAF Mo making a prediction. This criminal and justice system will crumble. It will crumble because there's so many discrepancies on what's going on. It's fine that you can say you're okay with the 17 years.
No.
I would not be.
No. I agree with you that the system is broken. I agree with all of that. I shouldn't have did that much time at all. However, R. Kelly needs to be held accountable for his actions.
Nobody's talking about him.
Wrong. It is wrong.
He should have been held accountable when he married Aaliyah, but he wasn't.
It is wrong.
They could have stopped him years ago when he married Aaliyah.
You a grown man. Is you gonna mess with right now? You. Are you gonna mess with a 14-year-old girl if she turn you on or something like that?
I don't think a child could.
You don't even think about it, do you?
I don't think a child could ever turn me on.
Exactly.
In fact, as a male, as a father, my mindset is protection.
Exactly.
Like, where's your mom and dad at? Where can I get you to where you need to get
should he have got 30 years? No. However, yes, he's accountable. He should be held accountable for his actions. He's a pervert.
Everybody should be held. Everybody should be held accountable. Even a child, even that 18-year-old kid in Quincy, Illinois, should be held accountable. But he's only done. The judge has not reversed it. The Supreme Court came in. Everything came in. He's a rogue judge. Nobody's got this judge to go back and get this young gentleman prison time.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, you don't even see it I'm telling you about it. Look it up. Quincy, Illinois. Last name Clinton. Judge name's Adrian. Nobody's talking about it. It's not even mainstream news except for Illinois.
I mean, I get it. You're right.
You can't put this shit together, man.
It's favoritism at its finest.
It's like
racism at its finest.
I'm just saying. So he's not gonna get a prison number? I got a number. I got a felony. You know what? It's changing this kid's life because now this kid can come back into the system and he's gonna be a correctional officer. He can do all that shit. Police officer. Yeah. He could go in.
He can live his life.
The system is, that's what I'm saying. So about your 17 years, maybe it's not about the 17 years, it might be about this felony that's keeping us from being able to do what we need to do. Housing, jobs, all the shit that we need to do.
But I'm not having them problems right now.
So it's about So it's about it's about us.
No. I'm not saying.
And you're fortunate.
I'm fortunate. I'm not having housing problems. I'm not having job problems or nothing like that. However, there's people that are.
Right. We just did an interview with Twin. What's up, Twin?
Yeah.
So what's up, Twin? Twin. He's talking about Barbara. How hard it is when she was on ISR.
Yeah.
How hard she had it because she was on ISR. And that's what I wanted to go back to. We said in the ISR meeting this week. We just talking about current shit. So say I'm your prison lawyer with my man
Ron B in the middle.
We just chopping it up because we said in a Zoom meeting.
Shout out to the convicted fellas doing better than the people with no felonies.
And if it ain't wrong, I ain't gonna give it to you. This is SAF mode. My BYB. You see me, you gotta be around me. You feel me? You did. Hey, with that Zoom meeting, what bothered me about that Zoom meeting we was on, it was a Zoom meeting about ISR. So in the state of Minnesota, they have ISR. ISR is intensive supervised release. It's way above anything. To me, I'm gonna break it down for you. It's work release after you get out of prison. It's not work release while you're in prison. It's work release while you're on parole. And it's even higher than that because if you do anything, they're gonna send you back. Work release. Which is work release from prison. I understand that. If you work release me from prison, I'm doing my prison bid, and you say, hey, you're halfway into your sentence, we're gonna work release you, but you're gonna be on ISR. Cool. So I'm at home making money in the community. I'm with that. But once I get to parole, you say I do part of my time now. Now you want to put me on ISR? It makes no sense to me. But whatever. So we in a meeting. Dwight, the 30 years. He gets on the. You know what I'm talking about. Dwight. Dwight, 30 years. D Nice.
Oh yeah.
So he did. I was in the joint with D Nice, and D Nice always had this. Like I was coming up, he was a lifer, and all the lifers were trying to get out, and I didn't fuck with. I really didn't fuck with lifers because they had so much weight on them. You could not be whimsical, arbitrary light because they had life.
Well, people with life sentences. When I was in there. People with life sentences were the best people to do time around because they were adults about it. They were less volatile, so to speak. Like, they didn't do the things that these young, stupid motherfuckers do.
That's not what I mean as much as, like I said, like I can't be like, oh yeah, I gotta get out and go fuck my bitch. Oh, when I get out, No, you can't. You gotta watch it.
I mean, you could, but
you couldn't because it's disrespectful to a man that
it's disrespectful. But at the same time, you had people that was adults about it and they understood that and they encouraged you. Excuse me. They encouraged you to like be a better person when you get out.
Right.
Because of their situation.
But maybe I should say it in my situation. I felt disrespected by saying it. And I understand that a lot of problems. Like a motherfucker, like you sitting up there chopping it up, you just living your life. Right? I'm getting out in 5 days. Motherfucker might come up and kill your ass.
I wasn't around a lot of people that said, like, motherfucker, don't talk that shit around me. You know what I'm saying?
No.
They was real positive. Like, but it's different though from the state system to the fed system.
Right, but I'm saying too that I feel like a certain responsibility of not being disrespectful in front of those individuals who never.
I get that.
So I just always watch my talk when I sat around them and what I talked about. I never talked about going home in front of them.
Right.
So with that being said, D Nice was one of those lifers who had life, was supposed to do life in prison, who was fortunate enough to get out. So D Nice does 30 years. I'm calling him by his street name because that's what I know him by. So when he does the 30 year,s you gotta understand, I'm gonna help you with this. When he does his 30 years fresh in, young cat, a lot of COs come in because they come in as you come in, and like you say, they make lieutenant, they make warden, they make as you do your princesses. They move along life,
move up.
Yeah, and you moving along life with them, but you're stuck in that cell.
Right.
Not realizing.
Are you doing this getting older? But they're
actually progressing through life.
Yeah.
They're getting to retirement, having kids, going to thing. And most people are like, oh, that's how prison's supposed to work. But you gotta understand, like this man's got life in prison. He gets out in the 60s. And when he gets out in the 60s, he has nothing. Yet to this individual who's done their prison career just like he has, same line, different trajectories, right? One going down, one going up. Now this person, you gotta understand, getting out at a certain age,
you got no Social Security money.
Nothing's cheap.
Yeah.
I went for my mom to check into shit. You know how expensive it's more expensive to live in a 50+ older home, unless it's subsidized, than it is to live here.
Paperwork where it is to live, how much it costs to live.
You know how fucking expensive that shit is?
Yeah.
That shit is super expensive. So now you have nothing. But that to me, that's what prison is for. It's for white people, black people, different trajectories. time being used. All that man's energy is now her energy, and she's benefiting from it.
Well, you have to realize too that it was created after slavery was abolished.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? And how they wrote the thing in the Constitution, they said no man could be enslaved unless he committed a crime. Then he would go to prison, and it's slavery at its finest, legally.
To me, that's great to say it and read it, but contextually to see it happen,
to live it,
and be that individual, and now to be out on the other side,
to live it,
and say, but now they want. You know what they're gonna have to do? They're gonna have to get rid of all of them, because as they start making their way out of prison and be like, I don't have shit. This individual, remember if you listen to D Nice, he said that she made him, he was the warden. I remember when Michelle Smith was the warden, he was, this honorary, and I remember that, this honorary Negro, honorary slave, this honorary, so he felt, they had him walking around the prison feeling like that's what they utilized to control the system, and that's what she was smart enough to do, right? Utilize him to control the system. So,
you see how they want to keep you fucked up? I'll give you a prime example of how they want to keep you fucked up and keep you in a prison state of mind. When they run out of funding, when they cutting funding for prisons, the first thing they cut is educational programs and programming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they'll buy more weights, more recreational equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Why they don't
they did this, and I didn't want to cut you off. Keep what you think.
No, go ahead.
They bought Xboxes. In Stillwater, you know how they had Xboxes in the recreation room? They went out and spent all this money for brand new.
They did the same thing in St. Cloud.
PlayStations or Xbox, whatever the fuck they were.
Yeah.
They had money for that shit.
Yeah. But then they have money for educational programs and programming for like critical thinking or drug treatment and stuff like that. They cut all those
programs to help you.
Yeah, they
get
cut
out.
all them programs.
They feeding the system because they know if these motherfuckers come out, and that's why I have a problem with a lot of these motherfuckers, man. And that's why nobody really wants to watch us, because this is the problem I have. It's because this is real shit. Not so fuck that. They cut everything. They have all these young kids coming in that want to play these video games. Because remember, in prison they used to have boxing rings. They used to have boxing rings in certain prisons. You can still see where they had the boxing ring. They had the boxing ring. They took that shit up out of there because they put motherfuckers up in there. And you came in with all them little tattoos on your face with 100 pounds, motherfucker. You had to get in there and learn how to box. And they had motherfuckers in there show them. If you didn't learn, it wasn't about you couldn't run your chops, talk out the side of your neck, get knocked the fuck out, look like a goddamn fool. So I watched this Wallow. I don't know if you want to check this out because this is what you need to watch.
We can put it up.
Well, it's Bruce Alfalfa Rivers. And pull up the one with Wallow. I just did a reaction to it. SAF Mo put out the motherfucking reaction to it and got down with it. Y'all motherfuckers need to check that shit out. Like it. Give me the motherfucking Hitchhikers anthem. The motherfucking thumbs up, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Which one is it?
No, it's not ours. I ended up. You gotta go to Bruce Rivers. I just did it. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna just tap in CRL.
CRL?
Yeah, he'll pop up. Type in CLR. He's a criminal. And then there you go, right there. Now, and go down, scroll across.
Right here? The one with the circle?
No. Yeah, that's you read the right one. Just scroll across now. Just go to the video.
Which one?
Keep going. Go back, hit a circle, because you might not be in on this video.
I gotta click one of the videos to hit the circle. Hold on. Back. Where the hell they go?
CLLR. Nah, you typed in Omar. That's why it's only putting out. Go back. Let's go back one more time. Go back. Now, go up one. Up one. Now type. That's him. All right. Now go across. Go across. Hold on.
It could be down too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go, right there. Back.
Right here?
Yeah. So voila. And I told that motherfucker get rid of that bullshit intro he got. Alfalfa, what's up, Alfalfa? SAF Mo. No, I'm not a board certified. I'm a motherfucking SAF Mo prison lawyer.
Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers. And today we're going to react a little bit to something going on with Young Thug and a warning he received. But before we do that, we haven't posted anything for quite a while, and the reason
I told you that's a good thing.
What I tell you why I was? I'm a board certified trial lawyer. And so I've been in trial. I've had 6 trials so far this year. I've won 5 out of the last 6 trials. Sat down, and all of a sudden I got all not guilty on 4 counts, and my client was looking at 12 years. And let me just tell you something. And I was litigating this case for 3 years. And when you have a case and you become close with your clients, if you give a shit, which I do, and you go through, I'm working 14-hour days when we're in trial, because you're in trial for all day. And then you go home and you have dinner or whatever, but then you pull out the file and you prepare for the next day. And so you're working sometimes 14-hour days, but they don't seem like it. It doesn't seem like, because you're passionate about what you do. And there's no feeling on the motherfucking planet than
passionate about the money he making.
Government in the face, looking at 12 years.
That's what they say when they come in and they talk to you. You gotta understand, they salespeople. So they sell like, I'm working hard on your
Kind of like when you were selling cars.
He slept in his own bed last night, as opposed to a bed provided. So that's why I do what I do. I do this, this whole YouTube thing with my son Michael, who's our producer and
I told you to stop doing that shit.
We do that because it's a father-son project, and I'd like to get some positive messages out there and inform people. And
you heard what he said?
And I get a
you didn't hear
lot
that,
of feedback, and I think we're doing some.
Listen to what he said.
That's why I do what I do. I do this, this whole YouTube thing with my son Michael, who's our producer and creative genius. We do that because it's a father-son project, and I'd like to get some positive messages out there and inform people.
Yeah, go build cabinets
and
shit.
And it's, I get a lot of great feedback.
That's what y'all do.
We're doing some work here too. But my passion, my absolute passion, is criminal defense. And I tell you, there's just, when I'm sitting there in counsel chair and cross-examining witness, and I'm super prepared, and I know the opposing counsel is not quite as prepared, and I just quietly devour them like a fucking barracuda. I mean, it's just really fucking fun. So, it's what I do, and I really like doing it. So, remember when I've told you guys, and this is going out to the young guys primarily, young guys who are in the streets or who haven't figured out their way yet, I'm telling you, BUILD, 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 build. Build on your education, build on your financial future.
Why are you telling us that? You gonna
build everything up.
You gonna be out of a job, then?
I didn't even walk.
He said, so I talked about this early on when I did my
and gives a warning.
He say that, but he don't really mean that, because he'll be out of a job. He won't make millions of dollars that he's making right now. Hold on.
I did 5 first, then I did 20. I did 5 in the juvenile system. I did 20 in the penitentiary. And I was
20. Think of that. It's 25 years out of your life. 25 5 years. You can't get up to go make a sandwich.
Yeah, that's the least of my worries.
I mean, you laid in bed.
That's the least of my worries. Just
midnight.
making a motherfucking sandwich.
You know, I'm kind of hungry.
I'm just saying here,
you can't get up to make a
He
sandwich.
You beyond a hypocrite. Stop it this.
If you want to take a shit, you have to do it right.
He lying.
So when he says that bill, so it's easy for him to say that using white meritocracy, right? Being in a position where, remember, I just told you about the 18-year-old kid who's not going to prison. So he gonna build because somebody's looking out for him and making sure he doesn't get into the criminal justice system. Black people like that. You know what I'm saying? They like I said, they use that Charleston White-ism behavior mentality. I want you to go to the Lions and get ate up. That's what you deserve. Maybe you'll come back and be decent in our community that we motherfucker. They don't get no fuck, but they love him because he's always gonna be receiving all types of accolades. Always be out there. They're gonna always put him forward. Always point back at him because that's what they want to hear. They want to hear us. Willie Lynch. They love it. They love loving him going up saying stupid shit like that. They love it.
Y'all hear SAF Mo?
They love it. Wouldn't you? Think about the joint. You always have that Negro who's doing something counterproductive to what you guys are trying to do. You know you have no solidarity because you always got that Negro.
I talked to you about this already. I'm dealing with that right now, where I work at, my other job.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta say where it's at.
Yeah.
But I told you I'm dealing with that right now. You got an in-house snitch.
Yeah. But that's not just there. I mean, if you want to talk about it, we can talk about, like I said, in a joint. That blueprint that they using, the same blueprint in the joint.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they got like 5 or 6 of them.
The same blueprint on the street.
Yeah, that's the same. So it works. That's all I'm getting at. And Charleston Whiteism isn't. That's what it is. Because we can never get solidarity as long as they got that Negro sitting there.
Willie Lynch.
We're going to pay you $75.
Willie Lynch.
We're going to pay you $5,000. You just say this dumbass shit about these individuals. Like, I'm not trying to say, like you said, ask me about the accountability Young Thug has. He has some kind of accountability to his community.
Willie Lynch.
The reason he has accountability to his community is because he lives in his community and he's destroying it. But we have accountability to him too, as being older adults. But if you watch this video, Young Thug is sitting there in this video. But it's just like me talking to a young cat that think he know everything. I'm sure Young Thug thinking like, this motherfucker mad because he just went and did some motherfucking time. And I'm never going to be like him. I'm smarter. That's what they thinking. I mean, I thought the same thing. Like, you stupid fool, you went to prison. I'm never going to go to prison. But you got to understand, all his handlers around him is telling him that. It's kind of hard not to feel like you can't. I believe I can fly. rkelly.
But
I believe I can fly.
But in your case, it was no snitch. It was nobody that.
It was, but it was.
It was nobody that like my case. There was a snitch in my case.
Yeah, my case.
Somebody initially told on me to get me on the radar of the police.
There
was nobody to get you on the radar of the police. I mean, the girl's mom.
Yeah,
I get that. I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like my case. Like somebody initially put the police on me.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I wasn't on their radar. I was minding my business, just selling my little weed and stuff like that.
I was in the same scenario, but the fact that I was black and the female was white, and her mom got involved, made the situation like aggravated. Because it was a black female involved. Her mom didn't come to court, nor did they. She have the structure. They really tried that case based on a white mom and a white daughter.
The Karen shit.
Yeah, and her making a big gripe about her daughter. But again, where was she at? Where's the mom at? I'm picking the girl up at your house.
Well,
on a regular basis.
Well, they showed you where the mom was at. The mom followed her.
That's a lie. It's impossible. That was there was a lot that they put together. Because the reason they put that story together is because they was trying to absolve the mom from any responsibility of a daughter.
Ah.
So she was visual.
They lied and said that she was.
Let me ask you a question.
I get it.
Let me ask you a question. I'm not going to even bring up, I'm gonna ask you just a simple question. You got a daughter. She get in the car with somebody you don't know. Take off. Right this time, you don't know she's in prostitution. You just know she's your daughter, and she should not be at the house at the time. She's not of age where she can just take off and do what she wants to do.
Right.
All right.
At this time of the night.
At this time, no. They like right now. You see your daughter. You come home. Your daughter's. You come home. You see you sit out. You watch your daughter, and you see your daughter take off in a vehicle, and you start following that vehicle. Mm-hmm. You follow that vehicle, and this news stories go to the place that it was. And I'm not trying to recharge my case. I'm just telling you how this is why I got something to say. IGSTS exists, and why the grill pit exists, because it's for the voice. We are the voice of the voiceless.
Exactly.
So you follow your daughter, because if you read the news story, if you want to bring it up. She follows me to my house, where her daughter is, and she watches her daughter go into my house. Her daughter's with me for the whole weekend. You let your daughter stay there for the whole weekend, know what your daughter's doing, and you go contact the police? Motherfucker, I'm breaking through the door and pulling my daughter out by her goddamn hair.
Damn right.
And if I know where she's at, and she's not supposed to where she's be, and she's under my control as a parent, what the fuck am I going to the police for? If anything, I'm calling 911 to let them know I'm about to whoop this motherfucker's ass, and they better call the ambulance.
Exactly.
How does that make sense?
Exactly.
So you want to quote from the story? Use your motherfucking brain. Like, who does that? Exactly. But they did it because they had to absolve her and made it seem like she was the hero in the story.
And make you the demon.
Make me the black demon.
Yeah.
That's America at its finest, baby.
Yeah.
That's why you in the grill pit, SAF mode. Because like I said, I ain't never said I wasn't a pimp. I just denied the charges they put up against me because I knew I wasn't that individual, and that's why I played not guilty. You understand? To what they tried to give me. You ever asked me if I was pimping? I'll tell you I'm a pimp. I'm gonna tell you I put a bitch out on the blade, but I'll tell you I never forced a bitch to do something she didn't want to do.
You know what I tell people nowadays? I'm not a pimp. I'm something like a pimp. You're in the grill pit, bitch.
You know what I tell people nowadays? I'm a life coach. Don't get close, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not in that. Listen, if I got back in, it'd be problems. But I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I just like, what we doing, the reason I feel Bootsy, the reason I don't feel this cat, the reason I don't feel your man, Charleston White, is because what Bootsy's talking about is what we're doing. We don't make no money off this shit. We do it because we care.
Yeah.
We do this because we trying to, of course, if we do get some money off of it, it's great. But we not sitting here because if one person watches it and gets something out of it, I feel like I did my job.
I'm gonna tell you something though. Like, not everything Charleston White says, but some of the things he says, I feel him on it.
Yeah, and you know what I'm gonna tell you about that? It's this old saying. Even a broken clock's right twice a day.
Yeah. 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Yeah. If it's broke, it's 12 o'clock. And it's stuck on 12 o'clock or it's stuck on 1 o'clock. It's right twice a day.
So even a fool is gonna be right. And I'm not trying to say what he's saying, like you can't, like it's like me saying I can't get nothing from a child. I get a lot of shit from a child. Mm-hmm. But I'm just saying what his urgent as his information is. If he was just giving us the real information, he would not be as popular.
A lot of the shit that he say is Woody Lynch's.
It's all.
It's Woody Lynch's. Mm-hmm. However, some of the shit he say is what everybody else is afraid to say because they worried about what somebody else gonna think about what they saying.
And I'm saying the stuff that he's saying is like the whole R. Kelly deal, or he's saying what this Bruce Rivers is saying, but he's a black person saying it. And I'm saying that if anything, if he had a problem with Young Thug, R. Kelly, he has enough star power not to use his pulpit to demonize them, but to talk to them.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something about Charles White. He doesn't have a problem with what Young Thug did or what he does, he has something to say about it. That's all he does. He got something to say about it. That's all.
Yeah.
He would like you said earlier. He wasn't there. He don't know what happened. Everything that he's saying is his opinion.
But the problem is his opinion is so diametrically opposite to a common person's thought process. Like what person would say, I'm glad this individual is
going to opinion. That's his opinion.
What person would say, I'm glad? I mean, why would you be, as a black man, be happy to see another black man go to prison? And not to say he has any...
I hate what happened to R. Kelly. I hate that this motherfucker thought it was okay to have sex and be attracted to 14-year-old, 13-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old young ladies.
Yeah, but
I hate that.
I don't know how much of his case is that, as much as it is by him taking females and having this cult of females, right? I don't know. I know Chicago, he had a female underage.
I think it was some Karen moments there.
I'm just asking you, like,
I think it was some Me Too movements there.
I'm just saying, how many girls do we know that was underage? I don't know.
You know how many times I've been in the club and like I'm in a club that's 18 plus or 21 plus, and it's a 14-year-old girl right here. But I know in my mind from her conversation that she's not of age.
I've been in a club where I've seen girls.
You know this, Mo.
That they might not be. It's a 21 and up, and I know they're not 21. They might be 18, 19, drinking. Right. You know, and you know from their conversation, you know how they carry themselves. These girls, these females, I knew them personally. I didn't know initially because I was in an exclusive club. Right. And they must have known somebody and got themselves in.
Shout out to Club Escape.
As I finally start to know them, like see them around, I knew that they were underage. And I'm like thinking like, you know, damn, you know. But that was during the time where before R. Kelly was back in, like, you know, the early 2000s, where people were getting booked for underage, fucking with broads who were underage. You know, so I mean the age situation, that's why I asked you what the age of consent is, because like you said, when Elvis married a 14-year-old girl, the age of consent.
You didn't hear about it like you heard about R. Kelly?
Well, it was a different time.
You didn't see nobody going to court or nothing like that.
It was a different time. And then you got to understand, like, these are hillbillies coming out, and Priscilla, I don't know her last name, her maiden name. No.
I don't know her maiden name.
Yeah, I'm saying prior to marrying Elvis, I don't know what her family conditions were. They might be hillbillies that felt as though that you know what I said, they were marrying females at 12, 11.
They was calling Elvis the king, so they was probably happy for her. Like, they didn't care. They wanted to sell off their daughter to the king.
Yeah, you know what he gave them.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so,
it's okay. It's the king.
That was R. Kelly's situation. R. Kelly paid families for their daughters. They said they shut the fuck up.
Yeah, our daughter down with the king.
And now you mad because now he's getting convicted. So you can say, well, you know, I know what for white America, you know, they might be like, okay, well, it took a while for the wheels of justice to turn, and they finally caught up. Why are you mad? You know, our system is working. It just takes a while. It just seems funny to me. You know, if you ever look into their criminal justice system, the people that spend the most time in said, the youngest person ever executed. You know what I'm saying?
Florida. Florida. I showed you the shit. I showed you the shit in Florida. I show you right now.
I'm just saying.
I show you right now.
Let's keep going. Like anything like the spectrum.
15 and 16-year-olds getting executed in Florida.
And I'm saying the spectrum
death penalty.
When they pull the spectrum and you look at the spectrum, it seems to have a bunch of us getting the most egregious part of this criminal justice system, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. So no, I mean, I'm not, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me about R. Kelly and what he did and all this other shit.
I still think he's a demon. I mean, and I don't agree with what he did, but I don't agree with how the system is handling him as well, because 30 years is excessive.
It's ridiculous.
It's excessive.
This dude's ridiculous. I'm telling you, people kill people. I know a person who killed somebody, got 11 years.
You know how many times I've been in jail or county jail or prison, and I've seen this same sex offender get out before me and 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 come back and come back and come back, and I'm still on the same sentence. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's their system, though.
2 years, 1 year, 2 years, 1 year, and I'm sitting here on the 10-year bid, and this motherfucker come back 3 times.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Situation ain't gonna get let out.
It's excessive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. But like you say, a lot of it's political. You know what? A lot of it's political. right? Same with Bill Cosby, same with Michael Jackson. It was all political. You know,
I like the way Bill Cosby. Oh boy, I want to pull this up and show you. I like the way what Bill Cosby did. He did the motherfucking dance on their motherfucking ass when he got out.
So SAF MOE, prison lawyer. You're the grill pit. You understand me? You feel me? Keep the shit going. So mom, happy birthday. Appreciate you. So I'm good.
Let me put y'all up on this. This when he got out. This when he came home. When everything was overturned. The Bill Cosby walk. It is a thing on TikTok. Check it out. I like what he did.
And I'm saying like, that's all I'm just trying to say is like black folk. Bill Cosby's not the example because because he did Charleston White, right? When he was out, he was demonizing black folks. He was telling them, right, pull your pants up, blah, 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 blah. But he thought that he was above. So they get you to a point like Michael Jackson. You know, that's what they do in their system. They get you so far away from your people, so far away and so headstrong, you think you can fly. And then they bust your bubble.
Let me tell you something about Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby was America's father. It's deeper than what you think it is. It's things you don't know. Bill Cosby tried to buy one of the companies, CBS, NBC, one of them.
Yeah, I know that.
I can't remember exactly which one it was.
Yeah.
But when he did that, then they started to shine a light on him.
Well,
and make him a demon.
Well, it goes, and that's if you believe that, then you have to believe my conversation. You have to be with SAF MOE. There's no middle ground, Ron B. It's the fact that they're removing their legacies. Like he said, R. Kelly was. I told you, R. Kelly was a Drake of the '90s. Mm-hmm. I don't even think Drake could compete with R. Kelly when R. Kelly was at his reign.
No, nobody.
R. Kelly was so cold.
Nobody can compete with R. Kelly right now. I don't care what you put on him.
Because he made those songs.
Because people still listen to his music right now.
Babies get I do too. People was making listen to those songs. R. Kelly was a shit. Mm-hmm. So when you tell me Bill Cosby was doing this, Bill Cosby was doing that, same with Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. Same with Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. He had all this, everything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when you look at, then if you watch my man, the doctor, I watched him last night and he was breaking down Black history. And I'm gonna play that because I got a tape on my thing. I'm start intermixing that with our conversations because he talks about history. He talked about Alexander the Great. If you know anything about Alexander the Great, his history is that he was a homosexual, but he was great. So if you watch the movie, it was played by that one cat, whatever the fuck. He played Alexander the Great, and they still maintain this history that he died thinking about the worlds that he was going to conquer. But Alexander was not a great general. Alexander was not all the stuff that he was anything but a diplomat. But it tells you that in their history. What I'm getting to is that they're doing as they move through history. They're smart enough to remove your wealth and your legacy from you. So Bill Cosby's children. Remember at the time before Bill Cosby went through this whole trying to clear his name. Mm-hmm. Bill Cosby kids had a future. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now he's stuck with legal fees and all that. Same with R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? So they're removing that. But a lot of it's removed because the angle that they played. Like he said, if you go against these white folks, and I don't know what the negotiation was and who he was trying to outbid or what he was trying to do, but if he must have ruffled some feathers.
Do you know why Bill Cosby case was overturned?
Why?
Because he made a deal when it first happened. And the deal was that there would be no jail time if he paid X amount of dollars. He paid the money. He was done with that. Then some stupid ass prosecutor came back and was like, When these Me Too movement came about, it was like, no, we're gonna charge him with this, we're gonna charge him with this, we're gonna charge him with this, we're gonna charge him with that. Not knowing that there was a deal made already that
the same thing
nothing else will happen.
You pay X amount of dollars for the fine.
Yeah.
It's basically what it says. In all criminal convictions, it says 10 years or $100,000
or a fine for $100,000. And he paid.
Yeah, that's all it says.
He paid. He was done with that.
That's how the criminal justice system works.
Yeah.
So he shouldn't have to go to jail.
They smeared this man for nothing after he had already
took all his Cosby Show.
Yeah.
But when you go back to and I wrote a paper about Cosby, the Huxtable, him being the Huxtable, because he was at the time he was
America's father.
He was what's his name? Huxtable.
Bill Huxtable.
No, he wasn't Bill.
Heathcliff. He was the Heathcliff Huxtable.
Yeah,
Heathcliff Huxtable.
And came out with those nice sweaters.
Yeah,
and he was a lawyer, doctor. Situation. He was a doctor. His wife was a lawyer. Living in this brownstone, New York. Paper. And he was a quintessential aspiration to what a black America looked like. And like you say, he was great until Roseanne came along with her bullshit. Nobody really could fuck with him. He was killing the game.
See, her racist shit got erased real quick.
Well, they did a lot deal too with erasing him from you don't see him no more. All his reruns, they're not playing them anymore. Cosby Show, different.
No, you gotta go to YouTube to see him.
Different World. All that stuff been taken away. You really don't see it. Maybe some.
No, it's not on none of these
mainstream
TBS or
TCL. Like Seinfeld is. All this other stuff.
I get it.
So all I'm trying to say at the end of the day, all that money that he was promised, or he would have been able to have, has been reduced, and they're basically trying to dwindle him down to nothing. And that's what history does.
Blackball.
They're scrubbing him out of history.
Blackball.
He's scrubbing it because now when you bring him up, like, oh, you're not gonna talk about him. You know what he was doing. Like, but Elvis, you didn't know anything about because they've done a great job. In fact, I keep telling you, they were releasing a movie that same week R. Kelly gets his charges. Elvis movie is supposed to be coming out. When he got the 30 years, Elvis movie was supposed to be coming out.
That's fucking crazy.
A movie by Tom Hanks.
July 16, 2022, I find out Elvis married a 14-year-old
Priscilla
girl.
Presley. That's why you know why
I did not know that.
Think about why she looked good for so long. Because she was so young. That's why when you see pictures, like, God damn, she still look like she in her 20s. Because she was so young.
Happy birthday to my mama.
She's so young. Happy birthday to all the moms. Birthday on the 16th. What's up? It's SAF MOE, your prison lawyer. You're in the grill pit.
Bitch. You in the grill pit, bitch. Hit my camera. You in the grill pit, bitch.
Say again.
You in the grill pit, bitch. One more time. You in the grill pit, bitch.
Yeah, because every time you say it, your lips go down. Not far, not too far.
Did I do it right the last time?
Yeah, you did it right.
You in the grill pit, bitch.
What? So this is, like I said, we're just trying to just catch up on a week. I wanted to talk to you about that governor. You knew about it already. About that black dude that ran for governor.
Down in Florida.
Yeah, they ran his ass.
And Ron DeSantis won.
Yeah.
And then after Ron DeSantis won, they caught him in a scandal.
Yeah. Got his ass straight together.
I was in prison in Florida when that happened.
Making sure that he will never be able to run again. That's what they do. The other thing I saw that was funny on YouTube. On the tube, I was checking out and got a feed, was a black female doing credit repair using police reports, faking police reports. She did like 100, 200 police reports, crafted them up, and then sent them to the credit company to get, if you had a bad credit card that you charged off because you didn't make the bill, she would just say it was stolen. And that would get pulled off your credit to boost your credit score. So he was killing the game. Shout out to my girl. Keep it up. It's all good. I ain't mad at you. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you. She was killing the game.
Well, Ron B in the middle says.
Killing the game.
Ron B in the middle says.
And the police get on there and like, we get a telephone call from one of the credit unions asking us about a police report. And we're like, oh, we didn't. That's not our police report. They flat on the ass up.
Ron B in the middle says, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. That's all I got to say about that. I'm going to leave it alone.
Hey, I got some credit I need you to clean out for me. Give me one on police report so I can send that shit in. What you got to say, Ron? We the voice of the voiceless.
Shout out to the convicted fellas doing better than the people with no felonies.
Say it again.
Shout out to the convicted fellas doing better than the people with no felonies. You in the grill pit. Oh, hold on.
No,
do it again.
I gotta go back.
Shout out to the convicted fellas doing better than the people with no felonies. You in the grill pit. Bitch.
Goddamn. Sister F. Money, prison lawyer. Signing off. So I got something to say. In the grand real pit. You feel me?
Bitch. 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 Like my man Too Short.
The subject of black history is in dispute in some quarters. A man named J.A. Rogers, who was laughed at 20, 30 years ago, not taken seriously at all, is being taken very seriously these days. A new book called Great Black Men of Color has been edited by our guest tonight, Professor John Henry Clark. Professor Clark, there are some rather startling, to put it mildly, revelations made in the book about certain presumed facts of history that I'm certain will not stick with the general white historical community.
Well, I'll tell you, it became almost necessary for the Europeans to whiten up a part of black history when they began to take over the world in the 15th and the 16th century. And what Rogers has done is gone back and taken a whole lot of the white away and showed you the original black faces of certain people in history. In this 2-volume work, World's Great Men of Color, Volume 1 is devoted to the Old World, and Volume 2 is devoted to the New World. The first thing he does is to put Egypt in proper context and to show Egypt and the great personalities of ancient Egypt as black people. And it might be startling, but he reveals that
SAF MOE, your prison lawyer. SAF MOE, your prison lawyer. SAF MOE, your
You're in a motherfucking grill pit.